Sound and such and thing. Gone forever, never to be seen again. Oh. Can you not full screen? Still speaking now. Oh, assumably for machines that are combination tablet computer laptops. So there would be a tablet mode and a laptop mode. And they probably they probably don't want to go through the effort of detecting whether your computer is a tablet. So they just put the machine options on everything instead, just in case. Whee! All right. So we were. I had to go through and answer questions to get back here. So I did have a little bit of a refresher, yes. Uh, we did our first bit of solving. Uh, well, no, we interrogated Liza a little bit and then didn't get any answers. Mm-hmm. Yeah. The last thing was we figured out that scent, I think it was. Um, yeah. Um, his attention is split between uh the argument that everyone else was having and us having a very quiet conversation in the other room. And the argument took precedence because why wouldn't it? It's loud and exciting. Pay no attention to the conspirators behind the screen. Yeah. So at the very least, we have determined that Scent is actively watching and not pre-programmed, and therefore, uh, one of one of us could be an assistant, but we shouldn't be. But none of us could be sent directly. So, without further ado, uh, previously, I think I think this is main dude, and therefore you. Did you not hear the beep bleep bleep? Oh shit! It's a very weird thing to have happen, especially on a laptop where it would be increasingly difficult to just pipe desktop audio through your microphone instead.
Yeah. Okay. I think it switched the audio input capture from my um shoot, what's it called? From my Yeti mic to like the default, so I don't know
Okay.
if okay, apparently okay, it's better. Whew, okay,
Great.
whew.
Okay. Cool. We won't go through another stream with that issue again.
Yeah, like it kind of worked in a funny way for the Somnium Files Nirvana initiative because that was kind of like half of the
Yeah.
audio was there sort of thing. Um,
Hmm.
but that doesn't really work well for this. So, whew, okay. Shout out to my boyfriend for fixing that. Okay. So get this. Scent, the mastermind behind Exit Corners, is not one of his 5 contestants after all. I had a hunch that Scent's pre-recorded messages were actually being delivered in real time, so I had Aether help me set up a little trap for him. Okay, so it wasn't really actually that clever. I just had Aether hit me across the face. It totally worked, though. Basically, I tricked Scent into stopping partway through one of his recordings. That leaves no more room for doubt. Scent is not one of us. While this raises even more questions, I'm glad that some measure of trust has been restored between us contestants. It's a small win for us, but hey, it's still a win. It was a short lived victory, though. Liza just started coughing up blood. Oh, I forgot about that.
I did too, yeah.
It's the same affliction I had earlier. I'm so sure of it. Yeah, I totally forgot that these people were fucking bleeding.
Internally, too.
Mm-hmm. Let's see if she knows anything about her condition. Don't touch me.
Liza wasted no time running to the far end of the room the moment she began coughing up blood. That seems counterproductive.
Mm-hmm. Just go.
Text speed is too fast. Uh-oh.
Yeah. Wah-wah. I think she just said like something like Liza wait or something like that. So not you didn't miss
Yeah.
a ton. I'll meet up with you guys in a few minutes. Don't be stupid, girl. Let me have a look at you. I can take care of myself, thanks. Something as ghastly as this needs immediate medical attention. Just give her a few minutes. See if this clears up on its own. Whatever her problem is, she probably knows more about it than you, says the guy who doesn't fucking know. I've spent my entire life tending to the sick and injured, Ink. It's in the girl's best interest that I have a look at her.
Oh, so you're a doctor?
Nurse, I'm no diagnostician, but if you work at a hospital for a few decades, you tend to pick up a few things. So, Liza, I'll ask one last time. Please come over here and allow me to take a look at you.
Finally, much to Ink's surprise, Liza cooperated. She hung her head low and remained silent as she slipped out of the corner.
Thank you, dear.
Liza did her best to hide her face. Ink couldn't help but notice the blood hanging off her lips.
Yeah, why don't you all just stare at the bleeding girl some more? That's not creepy at all. Sorry.
Flustered, Ink backed off. He turned to leave, but Aether cut him off before he could step through the door.
We should go meet up with Ray. Those guys will catch up to us when they're ready. Hey, don't look at me like that.
Whatever's wrong with Liza, it's the same thing you had. I know you told me to keep quiet about it, but I'm starting to worry. If both of you have it, what's to say the rest of us don't? I think we should warn the others about it.
Listen, I'm worried too, but telling the others would just cause panic, which is the last thing we need right now.
I still think the others have a right to know.
It's just a little blood, and who knows, maybe Liza and I are just allergic to something.
An allergic reaction that causes blood and phlegm, that's...
Yep, totally plausible.
Like what?
Like, I don't know, asbestos? This place is pretty old.
I'm pretty sure asbestos doesn't work like that.
Well, whatever. We'll be alright, don't you worry.
I'm not gonna force you to tell them, but I really think you ought to.
Well, think about it, okay? Can we go now?
Either stepped aside, glowering at Ink as he slipped past her.
Ooh. Whoa.
Exit.
Interesting.
Amusingly, the room is circular, so the room has an exit but no corners.
But
Yeah, it's got a few. I guess it's octagonal instead.
yeah, loose corners.
A broken, dried-up fountain acted as the room's centerpiece. The fixture was flanked by a pair of rectangular tables, pitchers of water, along with a few empty glasses sat atop each. Ray was at the far end of the room, pacing back and forth. Ink made his way over to him.
Have you had a look around yet?
Briefly. There's a puzzle on the monitor and everything's locked, obviously. If we exclude the door we came through, there are a total of 5 other doors in here. 4 colored ones and the big iron one at the far end. I think Scent was supposed to give us a rundown of this room's purpose, at least until Ink and I scared him off with our little trick.
He's pretty temperamental, that one.
He did say something about having to figure this room out on our own. But I wouldn't worry about it. Do you know something we don't, Ray? It's pretty easy to figure out how this place works. Just have a look at that huge door back there. Ink gave the door a quick shake, tried to at least. Didn't so much as creak as he yanked on it.
Yeah, it's as heavy as it looks. Even if it were unlocked, I imagine I'd have trouble getting it open. So, is this...
It's our ticket out of here. Yeah, that's what. This is the exit. If we can get through here, we're free.
Well, it does say exit in big red letters up there, but I can't believe that we've reached the end already.
I didn't say that we were finished. This may be the exit, but it won't be opening right away. Is that because of this game's name? Yeah, that's what I figured at least.
Oh, yeah. Exit corners?
4 colored doors, 1 in every corner. And the big door has 4 little machine thingies near it. Looks like they have slots where you could insert something.
Huh, how cute.
I've got a hunch we're gonna visit every corner of the hotel before we can open the exit. I've been trying to make sense of the name for a while, and this is the best explanation I've been able to come up with.
Just like some kind of video game, huh?
Guess so, if that's how you want to look at it. Anyway, our biggest problem right now is that neither the exit nor any of the 4 doors in the corners seem to want to open. The puzzle seems like an obvious next step. Nevertheless, I haven't returned yet. We'll be fine without him. You ready, Ink?
Ready as I'll ever be. Let's figure this thing out.
I've just remembered. We share a brain cell. And our brain cell is very bad at these kind of puzzles.
Yeah, that is true. Turn one eye into infinite. Huh.
Oh, God.
These ones get us really bad just because, like, shapes, I don't think are either of our forte. Oh? I say as you immediately solve the puzzle.
Hopefully. How does this function? Is it supposed to be like... Okay, so that goes like there.
Oh.
Ishly. No? No. Okay, wait. Here.
Yeah.
Oh, wait, it's a fucking circle.
Oh, yeah. That's a good point.
No, wait, this was the correct place. Where are you? There we go.
If that's an incorrect, I was gonna be pissed. Good job. That was hella fast.
Ugh, another lame one.
What do you qualify as lame? Let's just be thankful that we solved it.
I need to luck now? I don't think I heard anything. Don't know. Let's check.
Let's try the red one. No dice. The red door is still locked. Any luck with the others?
The green door won't open either. Blue and black door are locked.
And the exit is still obviously closed.
So the puzzle didn't do shit.
We probably missed something. Let's... What? What is it?
Look, the screen changed.
Please tell me that isn't what I think it is.
It's a timer, counting down until the 4 elements collapses. There's nothing else it could be.
How the hell is our time almost halfway up?
There's still plenty of time. That's 14 hours, man.
That doesn't make any sense. I asked my contact how much time had elapsed, and he told me that only 2 hours had passed, and that couldn't have been more than an hour ago.
Maybe we've been sleeping for 8.
Yep. That's what I was thinking. Oh, fuck.
That's because I've been counting down since the moment the first contestant woke up, Mr. Greer. Ink watched as the display changed again, the blood red numbers fading away to reveal the shape underneath. You don't mind if I call you Mr. Greer, do you?
What do you want?
I'm just here to say hello. Hello! Open the doors right now, asshole. Such vulgarity. You know, Ray.
Oh, Jesus.
You're turning out to be my least favorite contestant. What the fuck? I don't give a shit what you think. Open the doors. All in good time. First, let me have a word with Mr. Greer. And I'll have you know that if you interrupt me again, I will not unlock any of these doors. Ever. Part of me would be content with watching you waste away in this chamber for another 14 hours. Excellent. Now, my dear Mr. Greer, how are you holding up?
I've been better.
Ah, but I'm sure you've been worse. I'm afraid I owe you an apology.
What?
Yes, well, The way I yelled at you a few moments ago was hardly paving up a gracious host. And so, I am very, very sorry. I hope you can find it in your heart to forgive me.
How about this? I'll forgive you if you let the five of us go right now.
Now, Mr. Greer, you know I can't do that. I can, however, offer you a choice.
A choice?
I want a gut instinct say yes to whatever he offers, but that's a bad idea.
I feel like it could either be something that benefits us but puts down another contestant, or it could just be which door to unlock.
Yes, as a reward for being such a clever little shrew. You see, Ray was correct in guessing how this game will progress. There are indeed 4 keys that must be collected in order to open the exit, each tucked away behind one of the colored doors. Originally, I had planned on having you traverse them in a set order. That order will remain a secret. However, as a special treat, I will give you the option to choose which door you'd like to enter first. Your options are the green door and the red door. Note that you will still need to enter the other doors eventually.
I don't suppose you'd like to tell me what's behind either door?
Now, where would the fun in that be?
If I don't know what's waiting for me, and if we need to complete both routes anyway, then my decision is pretty much meaningless.
You don't say. Very well, how about a hint then? A fun little hint for a fun little boy.
What the
If you're the type of person that treasures the past, then you should proceed through the green door. However, if you are the type of person that relishes the present, then you should proceed through the red door.
Huh. Interesting.
Better watch out. Better watch out. That's what comes to mind when I think of the present right now.
Yeah. Does it help that it's red and green? That isn't much of a clue.
Not even with that one, are you? Let's see if I can't think of another. The green door is the door I want you to pick.
Do you seriously think I'm going to fall for that?
Fall for what? Please, enlighten me.
He's trying to trick me, right? He's using reverse psychology. Or is that what he's expecting me to think?
Green was past, right?
Yeah, I think green was past, red was present.
Okay.
Gah, fuck this!
So, have you made up your mind?
Do I need to decide right this second?
Not at all. Please take as long as you'd like. Simply call my name 3 times once you've made up your mind. I eagerly await your decision.
Why is he letting me choose? I don't like this at all. So, thoughts?
I still want to go through the green door.
Yeah? What makes you want to go through the green door?
He wants us to go that way.
Okay, that's fair.
And he mentioned the set order that he remains secret.
Yeah. That's so
but if
weird
you
that
want-
he's giving us the choice, but that he's planned it for a set order. Like, I don't know. That's weird to me.
Such a clever little boy. He's so demeaning.
No, for real.
That's new.
Yeah, it's like he's like dropped his like character now that he knows, now that we know that he's in like live.
About the doors? Are you looking for anything?
Yeah. Do either of you have any idea which door is the right one?
There is no right one. We have to do them all eventually, so it don't even matters. I don't care which one you choose, so long as you don't take too long deciding. Gonna get myself a glass of water. I'm parched. Don't cough up blood, don't cough up blood.
For real.
Don't cough up blood, don't cough up blood. He acts so strangely sometimes. Either spoke very softly. There's some hear her.
Well, yeah. What's with giving me this choice anyway? I feel like he's trying to trick me somehow.
I meant pray, not sent.
Ray? What's so strange about him?
I just find it odd how he never seems to get upset over this sort of thing.
Oh, where have you been for the last few hours? No offense to Ray, but he yells at someone at least once every 10 minutes.
That's just it, though. He only seems to get mad at people. He didn't even flinch when he saw that almost half our time had elapsed. Ray woke up first.
Oh. Yeah, that would make sense.
I don't know why this is relevant, unless Ray's gonna pass out from exhaustion sometime in the near future.
Or
But
he technically,
for sure.
or like he was technically, maybe he's like the traitor or something like that, and he was not drugged as much.
Maybe. And Scent, Ray never got angry at him until he figured that he was watching us in real time. He used to listen carefully to his messages.
Give me 1 second. I have a coworker calling.
Yep. Ray. If one of the remaining two is future, then what would the fourth be?
Okay, so sorry about that.
No problem.
Okay, so I heard you say something about if one of them is the future, then what does that make the fourth one? Which I think is an interesting um, thing to consider too.
Yeah.
I'm very curious.
So yeah, I was considering if we're dealing with past and present, one of them should be the future, but then the fourth one is like limbo, void,
Maybe, or it could be maybe there's two futures and it like
two paths to the future,
maybe yeah, it'd be like a future where you didn't do the thing that got you in this game now, and what it would look like, or so I don't know.
something metaphysical, I'm sure.
Yeah.
And that's because yelling at an inanimate object is a waste of breath. Come on, Aether, you're smarter than that. Ink was surprised that Ray had been able to hear Aether from so far away. Flustered, the young woman folded under Ray's stare. It was just an observation. I'm sorry. I probably should have kept my mouth shut. A few months of schooling doesn't make you fast. I know, I'm sorry, I couldn't help it. There's this part of me that wants to figure people out. Figure people out? You being serious right now?
Hey, there's nothing wrong with that. She's curious, that's all.
It's not the curiosity that bothers me. It's the assumption that people can be figured out at all. You love this kind of thing, don't you, Aether? Analyzing people. You love making correlations between someone's behavior and what movies they watch as a kid. That's why you chose psych as your major, isn't it?
Who's the one psychoanalyzing now?
It interests me, that's all. I want to learn to understand people. Thought so. In that case, allow me to offer you a little piece of advice. Give up.
Give up?
What you're trying to learn is impossible. If you think your psych course is actually going to help you understand how other people think, you're going to be disappointed. You gotta drop out and do something useful with your life while you have that chance.
Yeah, because wasn't he a dropout from the same school that Aether and I are going to, right?
Yeah.
Hey, who are you to tell other people how to live their lives?
I'm just trying to help her out, man. It's okay, Ink. And Ray, I'm sorry you feel that way. You know I'm right about all this. Go learn some practical skills and join the workforce.
Don't listen to him, Aether. I think it's great that you're studying psych. It's a super cool field.
Oh, Ink.
Ray doesn't know the first thing about your program or how useful it is.
That'd be where you're wrong.
He's probably a former psych major. Am I? Unless you took psych courses at Bellbridge, you don't have any place to talk.
Fun fact, when I was at Bellbridge U, I was taking a 220% workload. I was aiming to minor in psych, maybe a few other things, on top of my computer science major.
220% workload? This guy? There's no way.
You were taking psych classes at Bellbridge? Why? For the same reason you are. I wanted to know what people work. See, when it comes to computers, behavior is easy to predict. If you delve down deep enough, everything is just binary. On or off. Yes or no. It doesn't get any simpler than that. I enjoy programming because when I give a computer instructions, my commands are followed to the byte. It doesn't stop at computers either. Everything in the universe abides by a simple set of rules if you delve deep enough. You just need to keep breaking things down until it's easy enough to understand. Even something as volatile, formless, and destructive as fire can be controlled if you know how it behaves. But people don't work like that. That's right. You can't just break the human consciousness down into ones and zeros. There's something more than that. Yeah, and I thought I'd be able to learn some more about it by taking some psych courses. But I couldn't. Nobody can. People learn things that can be solved. Trying to learn how they think is crapshoot. In all my time at university, the only thing I've learned about is that it's impossible to truly understand anyone. No matter how much you think you know someone, you don't.
Cynical as it is, I think I'd have to agree with him.
I don't think that's right. Sure, it may be impossible to perfectly understand how someone thinks, but I think that's what makes psychology so important. You can always understand someone better, you know? Ugh. You're a pretty interesting girl, Ether. It's a shame you're gonna learn about people the hard way. Liza and Beth had finally returned from the neighboring room. They brought with them some relief. Not only did they interrupt a conversation that Ink was eager to cut short, but now Kay doesn't have to talk to themselves.
Yeah.
But it appeared that Liza had recovered from whatever had been ailing her. Liza, are you alright?
Yeah, good as new, or whatever. Her bleeding and coughing had slowed down a bit by the time I examined her. Whatever it was, it eventually stopped on its own.
It's an irritant in the throat or the lungs, and I don't know which is worse.
Yeah,
It's the lungs. It's probably the lungs.
probably. It sounds a little tuberculosis-y. You weren't able to identify what it was? I'm afraid not. I pray it was just a one-time affair, but given how strange today has been, who knows what it could be. In any case, I am going to be keeping an eye on her.
Hey, Ink, ask the question. Ask the question. Ask the question. Ask the question.
Good call. Liza, you let Beth know if you start to feel sick again. I don't need to be babysat, okay?
He's not gonna ask the question, is he?
No, probably not.
He forgot.
Yep.
He fucking forgot. The Gemini's telltale tone.
Who's getting a text message?
That one.
Oh, that's Sean. Hey, Aether.
Yes.
Could you fill Beth and Liza in on what they missed while I messaged Sean?
Sure. I guess now would be a good time to take a small break.
I'd appreciate that. That heated room earlier certainly took its toll on me. Alright, Sean, tell me you found something useful.
Incarone! You still alive?
Please don't call me that. How are things coming along?
Finally managed to break into your room. Had to open a window from the outside. I've had a look around.
And anything useful?
As a matter of fact, yeah. Say, Ink, you're a pretty tidy guy, alright?
I'd say so. Why?
There's a bit of a mess in here. Your bed sheets are sprawled everywhere, and there's a few things that have been knocked over between your room and the front door. Whoever it was entered and left through the front door. What's weird, though, is that there's no signs of forced entry.
Wow, look at Mr. Detective over here.
Someone you trust? A delivery guy? What do you mean that's a different game? Hey, you're the one who asked me to investigate. Don't be such a butt.
I guess I was abducted while I was sleeping. It's probably why I can't remember anything.
I guess so. They also must have had the key to your place. You don't have any spares floating around, do you?
Not that I know of.
I don't know what to tell you then. Doesn't seem to have been anything that was left behind. Sorry.
It's fine. I don't even know what I was expecting.
Anything else you need me to look into?
I don't know. There isn't anything to go off of. I'm out of ideas.
Well, I can sit tight for a while and look around your room some more. Text me when you think it's something.
Yeah, whatever. We'll go with that. Anyway, TTYL.
Ciao. Incarone.
I unironically love that nickname.
Ink sighed. Thankful that Sean was trying to help, he knew his friend could not truly aid him. He looked around the room. Aside from Ray, the other contestants had taken a page from Ink's book and were busy messaging their contact. But not Ray, because Ray doesn't trust anyone but himself.
Apparently.
He's cynical that way.
Do you think he doesn't even have a contact? Are you okay?
Yeah, no, I just knocked my mic over. That's fine.
Oh, I thought you fell.
No,
That was like the
I knocked
most
my mic over.
distressed scream I've ever heard.
My mic just fell onto my foot, is all.
Oh, hold on. We got a spam
need-
bot.
No.
How do I?
Oh, the bot? In the
Yeah, I
chat?
don't remember how to. It's been so long since I've had to. Thank you. It has been so long since I've had to deal with that. I completely forgot how to moderate.
Yeah, no, I am on mobile, so it's easy as tap, tap, tap.
See, I was on mobile too, and I. Oh, there it is. I was pressing it and it wasn't going.
Well, they still didn't know what the context purpose was. Ink was at least glad to see that they could provide a temporary distraction for the contestants. Aether didn't seem quite so thrilled. Her hand hovered over the device, but she refrained from actually typing anything.
I should probably ask her if she's alright.
Ink was once again stopped by the high-pitched sound of his Gemini. Wait, one more thing. How are the other contestants holding up? What are their contacts doing?
I don't know. I haven't really talked to them about it. The one girl's dad is apparently pretty rich, so he's probably shelling out all kinds of money to look for her. Hopefully that leads somewhere.
Is that Aether?
No, this is another girl named Liza.
Ah, that's a relief.
Huh?
Just making sure that Aether girl isn't loaded. All the rich girls I've dated were super clingy. Do not want.
Why are you so obsessed with Aether?
This is a real opportunity, Ink.
A rare opportunity? For what? I see you hooking up with a different girl every other week.
Yeah, but I've never saved a girl's life before. Just think about how grateful she'd be.
Don't be a creep. Bye.
Sean.
Wow. Would I kill him to act serious when my life is in danger? Jeez.
He's trying to lighten the mood, is all. Hopefully. Ink stretched his arms wide apart and let out a strained yawn. Exhausted, he saw no wrong in sitting down for a few minutes to regain some strength. Beth and Ray sat on one side of the room. Liza and Aether were seated on the other end.
Who should I sit with? Oh boy. Not of all the choices we were gonna have to make, I did not think this would be one.
I don't care.
I'm leaning towards Beth and Ray because I feel like Liza is not gonna tell us anything, and we've already talked to Aether. But like maybe Beth, we can get something more out of her, maybe.
Well, at the very least, we know that their contacts aren't contacting.
Yeah, it's true.
Right. Ray is abstaining, and Beth's contact is an estranged child, I think.
Yeah,
I remember that.
Yeah, it supposedly was her son, which hadn't talked to her in a while, and we were speculating that maybe he was actually dead or something like that. But
all right, Beth and Ray then.
Yeah, I'm fine with that. I don't know how much of a difference it makes. Beth and Ray, I guess. I'm not really in the mood to listen to Liza complain.
Beth and Ray were both perched at the far end of the table. The two were silent. Beth was preoccupied with her Gemini, while Ray appeared to be deep in thought.
Hey, how are you guys holding up? I had hoped we were nearing the exit, but it looks like we've only begun. If it makes you feel any better, we are close to the exit, technically. We just can't get through it yet. How much of this game do we have left, I wonder? I hope it draws to a close before too long. I'm already exhausted.
If we continue clearing rooms as quickly as we have been, we ought to have more than enough time to get out safely. Exit corners can't be that long.
Hmm.
We were discussing that before the stream
Yeah,
about how long this game is.
it is in fact very long.
Ray's attempt at reassurance was weak, but it was something. Something that Sheridan closed his eyes. I have to imagine that this first room is just Act 1.
Probably.
Silence waiting for time, interrupted by occasional sighs from Beth as she tended to her Gemini. Hank knew they couldn't sit like this forever, but didn't want to be the one to interrupt a rare opportunity to rest. Hey, old lady.
What is it?
You look like you're gonna keel over any minute now. Have some water or something.
There's no way to be certain that water is safe to drink. Sid may have put any number of poisons in it. He's trying to kill us, in case you've forgotten.
Yeah, but death by poison is such a boring death.
Yeah, I don't think he would go through all of this and then be like, here's poison water.
I haven't done some for a while, and I'm fine.
A foolish decision.
Ray looked Beth right in the eyes, downed the rest of his glass in a single gulp.
And no one was surprised.
Ray's full name is Contrary.
Yeah.
I'm not taking care of you when you collapse from exhaustion.
That's quite alright, dear. And if you collapse from drinking poisoned water, I hope you'll come to respect this old RN's judgment.
Ray rose from the table instantly, his teeth bared. RN? You don't mean registered nurse? I... Are we about to get a...
Does he have something against nurses?
Oh,
Oh, he thought it meant something else.
okay.
What?
Man, I need a fucking nap.
Oh, that's right. You weren't with us. Beth's a nurse, which is why she had to look at Eliza earlier. What did you think RN stood for?
Rain and...
What? His initials?
Beth sighed and rose from her seat. You... He thought it was an insult?
Maybe? I'm so confused. I finished speaking with Earl for the time being. If everyone else is ready, I think it would be best if we resumed exit corners. Have you made up your mind about which door we'll be entering first?
I still want to go through the green door. Do you have any objections?
Not really. I mean, I feel like... Because green was the past, right?
Meow.
Oh, hold on. I'm getting another call. Sorry.
Yeah.
Hey, Mason.
Hi, sorry to bother you again.
It's okay. What's up?
I was just gonna let you know since I bothered you the first time.
If you're the type of person that treasures the past...
Okay, sorry.
Yeah, you're fine.
So, do you find out green is past and red is present, or vice versa? Yeah.
Green, green is past.
So, I mean,
And
to me, it makes sense to do like it past, like fucking Scrooge it, past, present, future, whatever the fourth one might be. And
what if the fourth one is the ghost that warns?
I don't know, but and also the fact that Sense said that he like wants us to pick green, like it could just genuinely be him trying to like,
Help.
because yeah, like he did say he was trying to like apologize to us, so
I just want people to have fun in my death game.
yeah,
In order to maximize the amount of fun you can have, please choose the green door.
yeah. So I'm totally fine with doing green. I don't see, like, the only thing that like kind of like Ink was saying, like a reverse psychology of like, what if he actually wants me to pick green so I die? So he said green, so I'll pick red or something like that. That's like the only thing I can think of is like the only reason to pick red. I think there's way more reason to pick green.
Yeah. In truth, Ink had not, but Beth was right about returning to the game.
Yeah. Hold on a minute.
Ink's fatigue returned to him the moment he stood up. He wanted nothing more than to sit back down, but he managed to shamble to the monitor instead.
Alright, so. Come on out, Scent. I've made my decision. I don't know why he turned into whatever that was.
You were supposed to say my name thrice, or have you forgotten?
Oh, give me a break.
I'll let it slide this time. So, my wonderful Ink, which door would you prefer?
Okay. I gotta try to remember what he said. If I treasure the past, I should pick the green door. But if I treasure the present, I should pick the red door. And according to him, the green door is the one he wants me to pick. My decision is... green door. Oh, okay. No extra dialogue.
Once a cheater?
Ooh.
Oh, God.
Interesting. So I'm curious if there's like alternate, like how this decision works. If it just plays whatever chapter that you're on next and it just titles it as chapter 9, or if like I just don't know how that works mechanically.
I mean, mechanically, it would be like it would do that, but there's 9A, 9B.
Gotcha.
Right. So like 9A. Let's say this is 9A, and then the next chapter is 10A, where this is green, and then chapter 10 is red. The difference between that and 9B would be 10A with altered dialogue, essentially.
Okay, yeah, that makes sense.
Like, some lines are changed or added or subtracted depending, because you went through the other door first or whatever.
Gotcha. Okay. Yeah, that makes sense. I'm still learning about like how the mechanics of like programming with like choices works, so
It's fucking hard.
yeah, I can imagine.
It's most of the reason why I haven't tried to do this myself yet.
Yeah. When I was writing my old visual novel, I was like messing around a little bit with it in Twine, and like you could set certain values. So I messed around with it a little bit that was like, if pick chapter 3, add 1 to Tom or whatever, and then it was like, but I hadn't figured out like, if Tom equal 3, but no one else equal 2 or lower, then pick Tom. Like I was like, I hadn't gotten enough into the weeds of that yet, so I was like, I like to pretend that I'm like, yeah, I was writing a visual novel, and then I have not gotten very far on it. So
yeah, once a cheater.
That's ominous.
This is about Ray somehow.
You think it's Ray?
I think it's Ray.
Interesting. Do you think instead of being a dropout, do you think he got caught cheating at Bellbrook or whatever, and they kicked him out?
That would be neat and interesting and
Yeah.
exciting.
I don't know. Just throwing it out there.
220. You don't run 220 without going a little bit crazy.
Yeah. That's insane.
I would not be surprised at all if he was found in part of a cheating scandal.
Yeah.
So, my wonderful Link, what is your decision?
My decision is the green door.
Green, you say? Are you sure about that? Ink had his doubts, but the decision couldn't wait. In the end, Ink had decided to go with the green door. He didn't have a solid reason, it simply felt like the right choice.
Actually, I do have a solid reason, but whatever, Ink. Yeah, I'm sure.
Very well, I've opened the way.
So, now what?
Now you go through the door. Or you could die.
Classic send-off. And gone. The green door, huh? Is something wrong, my dear? Was that really the right choice? I can't help but feel Ink's been tricked somehow.
If we have to go through all 4 doors anyway...
Yeah, I mean... Well, the only thing is that he said that he planned on it being in a set order, so I'm like, if we don't do it in the right order, do we have to go back in and do them all again in the right order, or are we fucked? That's the only thing that kind of throws that off for me. There's no way of knowing that, I'm afraid. Scent said that we'll need to do both eventually, so it might not even matter. Come now. Wait! What is it? I think one of us should stay here.
You want to stay here?
Yeah, that's my guess. Why? To keep watch or something? I'm not sure what that would accomplish.
She's scared.
I am not scared. I never said it was me who would stay behind.
But you were about to. I can see it in your eyes. You want to stay in this room where it's safe. You want to sit on your ass and stare at your Gemini and cry out for your mommy.
Don't put words in my mouth. I can see it in your eyes. What the hell is that even supposed to mean? Oh, and my mother is dead, prick.
Stay if you want, I don't care either way. With that, Ray was the first to step through the green door. The remaining contestants approached Liza. I don't think leaving someone behind would do any good.
I don't think
Like,
so
genuinely.
either.
Yeah. No.
I don't think leaving someone behind would do any good. We'll need everyone's help if we want to get out of here as fast as possible.
9A1, 9A2.
Yeah, really separating the timelines here.
I'm sure Liza had a good reason for suggesting it.
If we all walk into a trap at the same time, we'll all be killed, right? If one of us stays behind, we'd have the opportunity to try and save the others from the outside. Or at least escape on their own.
Oh my god. So cutthroat.
Yep. No offense, but I think it's beyond any one of us to escape on our own. And anyone who stays behind can't help with the puzzles. Besides, I want to keep my eye on you. I was just thinking out loud. Forget it. Come on now.
You know what? It
Huh?
probably isn't even the split. It's like, the other one was like, if you want to stay behind, you could. And Liza just snaps, is like, I didn't say I wanted to stay behind. I'm not going to now. Fuck you.
Yeah, that does sound like her. Some of these are definitely like illusion of choice things, I think, for sure. But maybe they inform like a secret character meter or something that we can't see.
No, we can see it.
What do you mean?
There's a value meter in the options.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
We can check that whenever we want.
Yeah, I'm very after we before we end the stream, I would like to look at that because I'm very curious, like where we're at.
All right.
Let's not keep Ray waiting.
The musty scent of old books hit ink immediately.
Oh, huh. I guess it's a study of some sort. Strange, don't you think? The way Scent has arranged these rooms.
You're right. Seems almost like
Patchwork.
yeah, like that. Pretty random.
Something about this like background makes me think of the Nintendo DS game Trace Memory.
Yeah.
Which I think you might have some interest in. I'll have to send you a link or something to it later.
Okay.
No ordinary hotel would have a banquet hall next to a study, or have a boiler next to some weird cave. Well, we've already established that we aren't actually in a hotel. Still, there doesn't seem to be any rhyme or reason to it.
There's no puzzle on the monitor. It's just a blank screen.
Well, this wouldn't be the first time. There's probably a switch or a trigger hidden somewhere. Ah, yes, like the valve in the boiler room. I imagine it's well hidden.
I imagine it's a book.
No, literally what I was thinking.
Either a book is at a place or a book is on the desk and we have to put it in the right place.
Probably.
Well, do you think it might set up a trap like last time?
Possibly. Just be on your guard.
I guess I'll start over here. That Aether broke off from the group and began to search amongst the row of books. The contestants split up. Ink began to search at the desk along the left side of the room. He wasn't sure what he was looking for, but figured that when he found it, he'd know.
Fair enough.
It wasn't long before Ink's search was interrupted.
Aether? You feeling okay? Aether?
Yeah, I'm okay. I was holding back a sneeze. Guess I was making a bit of a silly face.
Huh. Don't scare me like that.
Sorry. It's dusty in the ears, that's all.
So that means this place has been sitting alone for a while? Yeah, isn't it great?
Great?
It's the musty stench of old books. For me, it's a nostalgic smell. Comfortable.
Of course. It smells like a library.
Sure does. He turned text in there. Brings me back, you know.
They say the smell is the sense of the most closely associated with memory, so it's hardly surprising. You spend a lot of time in, libraries?
Bookstores, mostly. I read lots of fiction and like to actually own the books so I can lend them out to people. You ever been to Bellbridge Books when you were younger? Tiny little bookstore downtown? I visited that place every other weekday when I was in middle school.
Can't say I have. I'm pretty new to the city.
Oh, yeah, of course. If you only arrived in Bellbridge at the start of this academic year, then there's no way you'd have ever been there.
Why? Did it go out of business?
Worse, the place burned down. That was, 3 years ago? Nobody ever found out how the fire started, but the prevailing theory was that one of the lamps shorted overnight. BBB had books floor to ceiling, so it wouldn't have taken much to completely incinerate it.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that.
No need to be sorry. Nobody was hurt or anything, and I had sort of stopped going there in the years leading up to the accident. The owner actually ended up being one of my professors in first year. Now him you could be sorry for. Pretty sure he lost most of his hair along with the store.
Oh, that's a real shame. So is this conversation going somewhere important, or are you just trying to avoid doing work?
My bad. I get a bit carried away, I guess.
Yeah, well, you're being real noisy, pal. Sorry. We'll get back to searching right away, won't we?
Yeah, back to searching.
Either I continued rummaging around the many files and had a brief bout of listlessness. So did Ink. Searched high and low, anything, anything that seemed out of place. Minutes went by, but he couldn't find a fraction of a hint. The other contestants didn't appear to have any more luck than he was.
Giving up already, Eliza? It's useless. We don't even know what we're looking for. And so you think talking to your father is a better use of your time? Yes, frankly. Every single detail I provide will bring him one step closer to finding us. Can you tell us which parts of the room you've searched so that we don't end up looking in the same place twice? I didn't bother to search very thoroughly. Might as well just do that whole side over again.
Oh my god.
Of course.
Why are you so unlikable?
I think we'd all appreciate it if you put in some real effort, Liza. I'll put in the work when I've got a more meaningful job to do. We don't know for sure that Sen hid something in this room for us to find. You guys just decided that on your own. There's a good chance we're just wasting our time looking for something that doesn't exist. In which case, no, I won't be helping you. You want a more meaningful task? Then I'll give you one. How much room do you have in that bag of yours? Lots. Sen took most of my belongings. I think it would benefit us to carry around some paper and writing utensils. How would that help us? Don't you think some of the puzzles might be easier if we could write down potential solutions? Would it? Certainly. I don't know about you, but I'm very much a visual thinker. Writing helps me work out problems. I'm with Beth. I think it'd be a big help if we had pen and paper on hand. You can't spell think without ink, after all. That was very bad.
Something you don't do much of either? Something.
For real.
Ink thought he might have heard someone behind him chuckle, but that voice soon sank into an awkward silence.
No? Nobody? Anyway, you want me to carry around pen and paper for you? Is that what you're saying? Yes, that would be most wonderful. Sure, I can do that.
At once, Liza started stuffing her bag with slips of paper and a handful of pens, while Beth supervised from behind her Gemini. Did Beth really need to make such a big deal out of that? She did it to make Liza feel valued. I think that was pretty sweet of her.
And to keep her busy. Not that I disagree with what she said, mind you. Pen and paper will probably come in handy at some point.
Ugh. They can keep their arts and crafts sessions if they want, but it's not going to help us get the store open.
I didn't find anything suspicious during my search.
Me neither. Maybe there's another way to advance.
I can't really think of anything. Could we try to open it by force?
I've already tried that, remember? Pretty sure Sen has that base covered. Although, now that I think about it...
Something the matter?
Might be able to pick the lock. Ah!
This is where the cheating comes in. You could do that? Why didn't you say anything before?
That's because I can't pick locks without any tools. But now... Eliza, come here.
What is it? I'm busy.
Found any ballpoint pens over there?
I think so?
What do you mean I think so? Either you did or you didn't.
How do I tell if a pen is a ballpoint pen?
Just give me a pen and I'll show you.
Okay, here.
Thanks. Liza, this is a pencil.
Is it?
Have you never set foot inside of a school, or are you
For real?
colorblind?
To be fair, it looks like a mechanical pencil, but yeah, definitely a pencil. How was I supposed to know that?
By looking at the fucking thing, maybe? See? You can see the graphite sticking out. Have you seriously never seen one of these before?
Well, no? Maybe? I don't know. Liza, just give him that stack of pens you have before he blows a gasket. Here, take them. I'm going to keep looking for stuff to put in my bag.
Yeah, you do that.
So, why do you need a ballpoint pen?
Some of them have a string on the inside that can be bent into a makeshift flock neck. Here, this one ought to work. Ray unscrewed 2 pens halves and fished out the clip that fed into the barrel. Attached was a metal spring. Yeah, this'll do. This is perfect, actually. Real firm. Where did you learn how to pick locks? Self-taught. You look up how to do pretty much anything online these days. For completely justifiable and non-criminal reasons, I hope. I wanted to unlock stuff. It'll take me a sec to fold this into the right shape. You guys have a look at the door. Make sure it isn't, rigged or whatever.
Okay.
You can scan the door. Nothing stood out as unusual, but you tug on the handles out of curiosity. What's the verdict?
The door is,
Go on, spit it out.
This door is definitely locked.
You're useless. You had me going there. Alright, get out of the way. Let me try picking this thing. What do you want?
I'm going to watch you pick the lock. Watch you try, at least. Is there something wrong with that?
No, I just expected you to try and stop me or something.
And rob you of the opportunity to humiliate yourself? Hey, cut it out. Did you grab enough supplies? I've packed pens, pencils, paper, notepad, envelopes. Beth says we've got more than we're likely to need. She's still over there fiddling with her Gemini, but you could ask herself when she's done. It's alright, I trust you.
So you gonna get out of my way or what?
Right, sorry.
So if I hold it like this...
Oh.
I would not do that if I were you. That is not how the game is meant to be played. You are to solve the puzzle and progress normally.
How are we supposed to solve the puzzle when the monitor doesn't have anything on it? There's no way to progress.
You are an intelligent young man, Ink. I have no doubt that you'll be able to figure out what to do given some time. Should anyone attempt to deviate from the path I have laid out, all contestants will be subject to consequences. I call BS. You're just trying to scare us out of bypassing your traps and stuff. Is that what you think, Mr. Nanan? You'd think I'd prepare all of these challenges and not have any contingencies? I think it's impossible to prepare for every possible situation now that you're lying through your teeth. The fact that you're trying to stop me means you think I'll be able to pick it, which I can. The problem is that isn't that I think you can pick the lock, it's that you think you can pick the lock. Go on then, see what happens when you try and defy me. Maybe we should just try taking our time with this. He's bluffing. There's nothing to worry about. Even if Scent is lying, isn't there a chance something will go wrong? What if you accidentally mess up the lock mechanism? It's not gonna happen either. You worry too much. Listen, I'm gonna get started on it. If you got a problem with that, find another way to get this door open. Maybe I'll listen to what you have to say. King said nothing as Ray knelt down to the door and began poking away at the handle with his impromptu lockpick.
I don't like where this is going.
Neither does either.
If it works, we'll save ourselves a lot of trouble. And hey, from what I can tell, Ray seems to know what he's doing.
It doesn't bother you at all that he knows how to make clocks? Don't you think that's a little unsavory?
Now's not the time.
Did you?
Maybe?
Not really.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I feel like a lot of people do that sort of thing for fun, so like...
Yeah. Lockpicking lawyer, etc.
Yeah. Not really. He said himself that he's the kind of guy who likes to know how things work. Who knows what random knowledge he's picked up over the years.
I suppose that's one explanation.
You don't seem entirely convinced. Do you not trust him?
No, that's not it. It's just... I'll forget it.
Suit yourself.
Hey, I think it's trying to...
Oh, fuck.
That is a bomb. That is a bomb going off.
Yeah.
King found himself on the floor. The tremor, if that's what it could be called, had caught him off guard. He was unable to grab onto something before he stumbled and fell. When he was sure that the rumbling had stopped, he climbed back up to his feet. In an eye blink, the room was a mess.
What was that all about?
Do you understand now? You are to solve the puzzle and progress normally. But I almost had it. Picking the lock is cheating, Ray. I abhor cheaters.
So you make the ground shake a little bit? Terrifying.
Do you think nothing has changed simply because you can't see the changes? If you see nothing, does nothing change?
If you were trying to sound profound just now, I think you missed the mark.
If a tree falls in the forest and no one is around to observe the change, does the tree actually exist?
Yeah, for real.
Did I now? Should I cater more to your sensibilities next time?
Listen, are you going to tell us something useful, or are you just going to antagonize us?
Very well then. I'll be direct as I can with my message. If any contestant cheats, every contestant will suffer a loss.
You'd go as far as killing us for not playing the game exactly the way you want?
Don't be silly. I'd kill you for much less. It does leave a bad taste in my mouth, I will admit. Having to impose this limitation partway through exit corners is in rather bad taste. Since this is the first time this issue has arisen, allow me to explain how this is going to work. As I'm sure you would remember, I carefully placed explosives near this building's foundations. The way I have it set it up, I would need to destroy 4 specific points in order to cause this hotel to collapse. Not eliminable, though, as of the first of 4. Every time I catch any contestant trying to cheat, I will detonate another.
Yep, you were right.
On the 3rd detonation, the hotel might collapse. On the 4th, it most assuredly will. What constitutes cheating? How are we supposed to know what we can and can't do? If I instruct a contestant to do something, they should do it. If I forbid a contestant from doing something, they should avoid doing it. That ought to ensure everything works out. How's that for immersion gameplay? But that's not fair at all.
Hell, that's not even interesting. You might as well just ask us to commit suicide, since you can kill us if we disobey you.
I wouldn't dream of it. I'm sorry this new dynamic is not as compelling as you'd like. Breaking things up on the fly is not my forte. However, ensuring the game proceeds smoothly is my highest priority. In the interest of fairness, I will activate this room's puzzle for you. Though it is a different puzzle than what was originally scheduled, I ask that you still try your hardest to solve it.
Hmm.
That fucking sucks. It was so close, too.
You aren't going to try again, are you?
I want to, but... Ugh. If he's just gonna blow another one of those foundations, then what's the point? This reminds me of a different type of thing. Like, if you cheat, every time I catch you cheating, you're going to lose points. So, at the very end of the... It's like a test where every time someone catches you cheating, you lose points, right?
Yeah.
So, at the very end of the test, you just stand up, grab someone else's paper, take it, erase their name, put your name on it, and that's one instance of cheating.
Yeah.
This is what this reminds me of, somehow.
Interesting. Huh, I don't know. Not where I thought this was gonna go, I'll say that.
Like, I could pick the lock, and that would just be one instance of cheating. And you know what? If Ray didn't slip and fall and finished picking the lock, we would still be in the situation, but only one foundation would be exploded.
That is true.
I guess.
Get good, Ray.
At least the puzzle online now. Is everyone ready?
Ready as I'll ever be. Yes, I'm here. Beth, is something wrong?
You lost the Gemini?
Oh boy. Let's worry about the puzzle for the time being. Well, okay. Let's solve this thing. She fucking dying on us? No tiles of the same color may touch. Diagonals count as touching.
That is the same color, okay. This is not a space.
Oh, that makes it
It's
significantly harder. Well?
No, these have to be the four corners, right? Diagonals count as touching? What the
Yeah.
fuck? Oh, there's 10 spaces. Okay, sure. God, you're an irritant. God, you suck. God, you suck! Fuck you. What's touching?
The diagonals.
The diagonals are touching! Bro.
That's like, oh, I don't even know.
There.
Oh? Hey, good job! That was hella fast. There we go. This should be it.
Shuffle, 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 shuffle. Yeah, door's unlocked. No reason to stick around any longer than we need to. Come on. Ray led the way through the door, Ethan was enough from behind. Instead of following suit, Ink hung back, hoping to catch the final contestant alone.
Something the matter, Beth? You've been really out of it.
You didn't slip a disc, did you?
For real.
That explosion was nasty.
I've made a mistake. A mistake? Nobody seemed to notice, but... oh, how could I have made the same mistake twice? Come on now, what could you have possibly done wrong? When the ground shook a few minutes ago, it startled me. I froze. Yeah, it startled me too. Though right on my ass. Nothing wrong with that. Yes, but I was messaging Earl at the time and...
Worse than losing it.
Oh...
Beth removed something from her pocket and held it in her outstretched hands. She cradled the debris with delicacy, as if that would somehow repair it.
Is that your Gemini? How'd it get smashed like that? I dropped it. How else would this have happened? Wow, they're not very durable, are they? I never imagined them to be. Oh, how could I have been so careless? That really sucks, Beth. I'm sorry that happened. You've got nothing to be sorry for, Ink. I'm the one who dropped it, and now I'm the one who has to pay the price. Who knows what these things are for, anyway? We might not even need them. I don't need them. I need it. You hardly need it, Beth. It was mostly just distracting you from the puzzles. That's insensitive. What I need is my son, Ink. That was the only way I could talk to him. You could talk to him again when you're out of here. Hell, I'll help you pick out a new phone if you want. That's very sweet of you, Ink, but I'm afraid that won't be of any help. Well, write him a letter then. That's more your style, right? Oh.
Oh.
Is this going where we think it was going?
Oh, God.
That's not quite it, Ink. I can't get in touch with Earl through normal means. My son, you see, he... Yeah! He's dead. What the fuck?
Why was someone impersonating your son on the other side of the Gemini? That's creepy.
No, for
That's
real.
bad.
Does she genuinely think that she's talking to him, or is she just pretending? Like living in the illusion. I knew it was gonna end.
He's dead.
What the
Alright, so
fuck?
we'll go to extras. Standings.
Oh, okay. Oh, okay. What is the...
Trust paranoia that
Does the paranoia
there's
just not...
nothing there.
It doesn't come into play until later, I guess, maybe?
Probably.
Interesting. Well, I mean, we have a pretty decent relationship with everybody so far.
Yeah. Everyone's mid, except for Aether, who is very high.
Yeah. I have a feeling we probably either start off better with her, or it just gives us more chances to
Yeah.
chat.
There's a lot. We spent an entire chapter with her and just her, I guess.
Yeah. Huh. What the fuck?
So, you're aware that he's dead,
Yeah.
and you accept that he's dead, but you talk to him anyway on the phone.
Yeah.
What do you mean you've made the same mistake twice?
Yeah, that weirds me out too. I don't understand that.
Are you practicing psychic shit or something?
Maybe.
Did you
She
swap
used...
your crystal ball?
Yeah, I was just say she used to have a Ouija board and she broke the Ouija board.
Oh my god. Well, I don't think we can get through another chapter before.
No, I don't think so either. Very interesting though. I still don't 100% know where it's going.
No. It's very intriguing though. Yeah. So she is in her right mind, but just willfully deluded.
Seems
I
like
guess.
it.
What is the next chapter called?
Blue ink.
Are we going through the blue door?
Oh, maybe. We're blue, dabba dee, dabba die.
Well, this has been exciting.
Yeah, I'm glad we got back to this. I have missed this game quite a bit. It's very, like, it's definitely, like, we've already talked about this a little bit. It's definitely got some, like, hallmarks of the VN death game
Yeah.
stuff. But so far, it's very interesting to me, very puzzling, and I'm very curious to see, especially with how long it is. Like, I'm very curious to see where this is gonna go.
Absolutely. Um, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 12, 15, 16, 17. So if this was one door, second door, third door, fourth door, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. Yeah, I don't know.
So was the okay? I'm a little confused on the setup. Did we go in and then it locked immediately behind us and we were trying to reopen it, or was there another door inside of the green door?
There seemed to be another door, I think.
Okay, so this could go like for a really long time just down the green door, maybe
Maybe.
like an endless
would
hallway.
Yeah. I would hope it's just 2 or 3 deep.
Yeah, maybe.
If it's too deep, it fits the exact amount of chapters it needs to be. Like red, red, green, green, red, red, blue, blue. Yeah. It's if it's 2 each, then it's the exact amount of chapters needed to get to the end of the first part. From what I saw, because it stops here, and then this is Act 2 in this rectangle here. So it goes up to 5, 8, 11, 14, 17.
Huh.
And then it goes to Arc 2, or Act 2, or whatever it is. But
Very
who knows
curious.
what happens when we get that far?
Yeah, I don't know. It's very very different so far, but I really like it, and I'm very excited to see where it goes. Cause
Yeah, for sure.
yeah. So, well, thanks everyone for joining us today. Sorry it's been a while since we've been back here. Things have just been a little crazy. But it's very fun, and thank you all for joining us. Not sure 100% will we be back. Keep an eye on the Discord. But we will see you guys next time.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.